This episode is dedicated to the lives of Captain Daniel Lloyd, Corporal Alex Knaggs, Lieutenant Maxwell Nugent, and Warrant Officer Class 2 Joseph Laycock. Unfortunately, during the week, we lost 4 great Australians and a great Saints supporter in Captain Daniel Lyon. This episode is dedicated to him, his family, and all the people that were involved. Daniel, forever a Saint. Saints fans, big win. Big win on a weekend of upsets, and we weren't the upset, which was fantastic. We got over the top of the Hawks to the tune of 29 points, but geez, it felt a lot bigger than that because of that 9-goal opening quarter. So, boys, we're on top of our game here. We're feeling good. The vibe's in here. Since you boys come in, it's been high octane. How are we feeling, Marshy? You got the shoulders shrugging?
Yeah, I got the shoulders shrugging. Yip, lads and listeners. I tell you what, I left the Nikes at home today, but I've been walking on air. Seriously, yesterday was just fun.
How fun was it?
Yeah. That was the most fun I've had at the football in such a long time. It was sort of like the heady 04-05 era. That's what kind of fun it was like yesterday. Everything went to script pretty much.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the boys, they were in the mood. They were in the mood.
In the groove.
That's it. How'd you see it, Jakey boy? How you doing?
Nah, I loved it from the start. Even before the boys came out, the cheer squad was full, the vibes were good, the posters were out, the tunes were out. And I loved that first quarter, not just because of the goals, but it was chaos in that forward line. No one stood still. They were just constantly moving. It was fantastic to watch. And the tunes, watching the replay, hearing the chants, clear as day through the speakers, specifically this guy's voice, was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Such a good vibe.
So let's talk about it, the cheer squad. We put it out to the fans a couple of weeks ago before the North Melbourne game that we were going to get some seats behind the goals to help out the cheer squad because the numbers haven't been too good this year, and geez, the numbers were big. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. Such a great turnout. Everyone had their signs out. There was a good Dan Butler one that he loved. He looked at it after the game. Good. Yeah. Get some hawk on your fork.
Yeah, that was a great one.
I think that was Ollie.
Who was that?
Yeah, that was Ollie. Yeah, that was a really, really good one.
Your one wasn't bad though.
Yeah, so walk us through your one, Marshy.
So I had the NWM, just a bit of a nod. This is for the wrestling fans out there, in a nod to the NWO for life. And had Hawks equal poos and wees. I was really not feeling creative.
He showed Eric Banner that one. He's like, decent.
What else did we have? Dino went with the Stocker 316.
Yeah.
And I think that may have been it. I had Billings greater than Bont, but my pen ran, so it didn't look good. So I left that one at home.
At least you didn't get any player numbers wrong. That would have been embarrassing.
Yeah, okay.
Joycey had some choice ones. Tell us about yours.
Yeah, okay. So we'll start on a good note. So I said to my partner Tegan, I was like, this is your area of expertise. You will come up with something ridiculously good for this. So I put the ball in her court. So I did a couple. I did Rowan Marshall, which was Marshall the Troops. And then I had Jacked Up. So big bold letter writing, Jacked Up. And the best one was Jackpot. So that was Tegan's idea, and she was like, yeah, what if we have like little circles on it like the Powerball, and they've all got the numbers of the Jacks, and I was like, yeah, perfect. And your Powerball number is, Jack Steele number 9 for the skipper. So it's great. We went down to the rooms afterwards, had a photo with we interviewed 3 Jacks, so I got to tick off 3 Jacks with the sign. That was great. So fantastic. But unfortunately, I want to put out a formal apology to Anthony Caminiti. I spelt your name right, which is
already that's stage 1 of the test, isn't it?
Yeah,
and then the number wrong. So
49.
There's no 49 on the list, is there?
That's funny. Joycey's just holding.
There is now.
He's holding up the reverse side, which was I think was
the
like
jackpot.
Jackpot. Yeah. And Michael from the aisle goes, got the number wrong.
Joycey,
so good.
You do realise he's number 47. I was like,
Yeah, but he was up until 3 a.m. doing it, so give him a break.
You did really well.
Hustled for it, so credit there.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So I reckon, because we were doing that prizes for the best signs, and there was some really good ones. There were some other ones there. But yeah, I think the Dan Butler one, that was pretty choice. I think maybe Jordan, that was him.
Yeah.
But I'll have to go back to the archives. And Ollie, Hawk on your four.
Yeah, Hawk
that's
on your
great.
four.
Classic,
Brilliant.
simple, it just had all the elements.
Yeah,
and
that should be on the banner next year.
yeah,
That's a banner.
Yeah.
That's a banner idea, that one.
Yeah. So we'll tweak some prizes. Maybe a pair of Saints footy shorts. Ollie's already got some Saints footy shorts. Work out a prize. Be in touch.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people there. The chants were amazing. The cheer squad was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so good. It just flowed on perfectly. We had the old 29 chants come up as soon as they kicked the goals or did something good, and then straight after into the STK.
Yeah.
That was great.
It was just it was brilliant. So
It really was. So, yeah, awesome that the people who took the tickets, they knew that the conditions were you had to come in, get involved, and they rose like Cooper Sharman on James Sicily's head.
Yeah.
They really good. So I had chat to Lisa, the head of the cheer squad. She does an amazing job.
She's
week
awesome.
in, week out, and I don't know how she does it because I was in trouble. I blew.
Was that you when you were on the steps?
Yeah.
And you got going and then you just walked off?
Oh, yeah, that's
happened
because of
there?
stupid security guards.
Oh, was it?
Oh, mate, don't get me started
thought
on
you
that.
just lost your voice.
There's a minute for that.
That's not, the security lift.
enough.
But anyways, I've blown a woofer valve. And I'm like, oh no, this is only, because we're not used to copping 8 goals, or 9 goals.
9 goals, mate.
Yeah, I think at that stage it was 8 goals.
Okay,
and then I've just pinged a hammy. I'm like, oh no. So anyways, got a bit of ice onto it at a quarter time, a beer, and came back, and I was able to see out the game, which I was pretty happy with.
I think
You're
you
right for
also
next
had a
week?
third quarter
I'll be right.
blunder. I think you had a third quarter
I
blunder.
don't do twos.
Did you also have a third quarter blunder where you choked on a cashew?
Oh, macadamia nut. Yeah, Dino's trying to kill us. Because Dino brings the most obscure footy snacks. I think he had like Vita wheat and like spreadable craft cheese.
I rate that.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good. But it's just not things that you readily associate with being at the footy.
Yeah.
And macadamia nuts. Usually is 1 week it might be pistachios.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dino's hooked us some macadamias.
Is he not a Melbourne fan? Are you sure?
Yeah, charcuterie.
Oh, yeah, 100%. He actually had to smuggle in a cheese knife to the AFLW game we went to against Hawthorn at Box Hill, and he got his knife taken off him.
his little butter knife.
So, yeah, maybe Dino he's a refined man. But, yeah, nonetheless, he's nearly killed me with his bloody macadamia nut because, they're a different nut. They get fine, powdery. They get into all sorts of places. And dead set, I'm like, can someone get us a drink? And no one had a drink near us.
Yeah, it's a dry area,
It's
mate.
a dry fucking oath it was. Oh, dear. But, had so much fun. And the main thing that we wanted to get out of that is that people could see that it lifts the boys, I reckon, but it lifts the overall atmosphere and enjoyment of the football for everyone involved, I reckon.
Yeah.
And the cheer squad, they need enthusiastic people to come and join them. So please strongly consider getting down there.
It's fun.
It is fun. And hit us up on aisle 29 because I know there are some spare seats that we might be able to work you in. So if you're keen, send us a message and I'll put you in touch with the right people.
And it's a big next 3 weeks, isn't it, Joycey?
Oh,
We've got
huge,
the Blues.
massive.
That'll be a sellout.
Yeah, so
we've got the
the
Tiggies, as
Blues
you put
Tiggies.
it. With
Oh, really stuffed up.
it's so we were
really
just standing there.
Oh,
we
yeah,
were
can we
like,
talk about
look
Joycey's
at this-
yeah, 'cause-
look at these guys, little antics, just roaming the rooms. Got McLaughlin's
McLaughlin's kid.
kid. Yeah,
He was
it was
wearing the
epic with
mid-sized
the
jumper.
I don't know how he fit that on in the first place.
He's got like
Honestly,
the Hulk arms, like the green top with the muscles all sticking
unreal.
All I
out.
can put it down to is just an amazing growth spurt over the winter.
Yeah.
And he's had that at the start of the summer and then bang,
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
Speaking of the 3 weeks, though, let's run
3
through
weeks. Saints are doing an awesome deal at
Are
the
they?
moment. Yes.
What is it?
What is it? But wait, there's more. So for the last 3 games, it's $1 to get into all of them.
Whoosh.
Wow.
which is ridiculous.
That's a deal.
It is a ridiculous deal. So general admission tickets, $1 for the last 3 rounds. So get your greasy hands on them, Saints, because that's just unbelievable. That's like we were lucky we got some cheer squad tickets on the weekend, but I tell you what, geez, getting around the boys for $3 for $1.
$1.
$1 3 games. $1 $1.
That's locking in 2024 3-game membership as well. So you get the 3 games next year.
And what's a 3-game membership worth? Do they have to buy one next year? Like a 3-game?
So commit to next year and you get the 3 this year for $1.
Okay. So what's a 3-game membership worth?
So it's about $105.
That's $105.
Yeah, that's
so
not
you're
bad.
getting 6 games.
Yeah, and I imagine
$105.
that would be a minimum is if you wanted to get another like proper member, or not proper, but
exactly.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the minimum is you get 3-game membership for next year.
Correct.
Yeah, correct.
That sounds like a perfect present to. We have the most latent supporter base. I don't think that's any great big secret that there's a lot of Saners out there that aren't
Absolutely.
members. Yeah, come on. Look after a mate. Reach out to them.
Yeah.
Go, footy's fun again.
Yeah.
Like, it's Saints footy, baby.
And like everyone in the cheer squad and also around the ground. It wasn't just the cheer squad.
No.
As much as it was amazing, everyone brought the energy yesterday. You could feel it. That sets the tone for the next 3 weeks.
100%.
That's the bare minimum. We need to do that because we saw it. It lifted the boys. We
Oh, it
talked
did,
about it.
yeah.
Like they talk about it in the rooms. Bring
Yeah.
the energy because we really do feel it on the ground.
Oh, they love the positivity.
No coincidence. We bring the energy and they have a quarter like that.
Yeah.
And then they go down the other end where we're not there. And then they kick 2 or 3 goals instead of 9. It's like,
Yeah,
obviously,
spot on.
it's...
And then the
cheer
fourth
squad.
quarter, we just really
brought it home.
we lifted, and even though they're on the other side of the ground. But I'll tell you
How
what,
big
Messiah Wanganeen, we gave him wings, I think.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
his moves.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
So
But
confident.
yeah, three-game membership, $1.
$1.
$1.
But not only that,
$1.
$1. It's also leading
Yeah.
next week against Carlton into retro round.
Yeah, so another reason to go.
Another reason to go.
There's going to be some fun things. It's our home game.
Yep.
Hopefully make some good
Make some
dosh,
moolah. Make some
with the
moolah.
sellout.
Yeah.
Thanks, Carlton.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, can
let's do it.
we? So we're in the bows again, second time running. It was Joycey's first time because he's back from Bali. Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you
We
very
missed
much.
ya.
Yep.
And yeah, so tell us how did you find the
Yeah,
experience all up?
Well, it's pretty surreal because like the last time I was in the rooms was in 2003.
Yeah.
So, and that was after a loss down at Cardinia Park. So I've never been into the Saints rooms after a win, and I've never seen the vibe in there. I've only seen it on cameras and whatnot. So getting down there, the inner sanctum, walking in there, see a big fella standing in the race by the name of Eric Banner. So I whip out an, "Oi, Eric." And he comes over for a massive chat with us as the boys are walking in. Andrew Bassett comes in and says, "Boys, how good was that?"
Is
You know?
is he not the proper chief, Andrew Bassett?
He
What
is
a
the
man.
chief, yeah.
What
Yeah.
a man.
He's amazing. So he's such a great guy, and he's always up for a Saints chat. So, yeah, was having a good chat with everyone down there. The vibe was good and a lot of smiles. Yeah, it was just an amazing place to be.
What was it? What was it? It was a pretty funny little exchange between Banner and the Prez.
Oh,
regarding
we have to go there, you reckon?
Oh, you have to go there. Yeah. So Eric Banner and the Prez Bassett, he was talking. Oh yeah, Banner said to him, "Yeah, you got Carlton next week, mate." He's like, "Oh yeah, we got to get over Carlton. Yeah, I guess there's a big game." And he's like, "No, mate, think about the cash.
Think about the cash, Prez.
Think about the cash, Prez. Think about the cash.
Oh,
It's at
there
Marvel.
was-
It's a home game. We're gonna sell it out. We're gonna make some
Rock
money."
in,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's going to be. It's already pretty much a sellout.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Carlton fans are coming out of the woodwork.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a hot game.
Yeah.
And not lastly, but just while we're in this moment with crowds, if you have a reserve seat but you can't go, but you want that reserve seat to find a saintly home, because let's be honest, Carlton, they would have bought their tickets. They get the sleeping bags out for these sorts of games because they just turn up. That's just the way they are. Good on them, whatever. Hate Carlton, but they turn up. So we want as many of us there. If you got a reserve seat, you can't go. Again, aisle 29. just send us a shot of your ticket and we'll make sure it finds a good home.
Yeah.
Even on Saints TV, same thing.
Yeah, true.
Flick them across.
Yeah, go to Jake.
We've had a few people that have said,
Yeah. Well,
don't have
there's
them.
multiple ways to do it too. Like you can even put it through the members' Facebook group or
Yeah, there's groups. There's
true.
so many avenues.
Yeah,
isn't
that's
there?
that's right. Yeah, spread the love. Just if you can't go, just take that 5-10 minutes that it takes to just give it to someone else, pay it forward, and the end result is it red, white, and black.
It's a great idea. I mean, the club could easily build something into the website where if you can't go, put your scanned ticket in there and then they can reallocate. I mean, it'd be
Tech.
very easy, you know?
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, well,
I was going to say,
that's
we
a fair
digress.
intro. Let's
Yeah.
We digress.
We're a bit excitable this evening,
Let's
aren't
chat
we?
about the game. Oh, it was sexy. Now, boys, I wasn't there for the first quarter, the glory quarter.
you missed it.
I missed it. I was coming from a gig, and it's funny. I've had two situations coming home from a gig or heading to a game from a gig where Saints go ballistic. And it makes me really, really happy.
Was the last one Geelong?
No, the last
missed a bit of that.
one was...
no, you arrived and then we
I
went
arrived
ballistic.
and then we turned it on. Yeah, so different energies this week. But the first one was I was on the way home from a gig and the Bulldogs match was on.
Yeah.
And we went berserk in the first quarter and just went bang, 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 bang. And it's just great listening on the radio. And every time we kick a goal, a couple of doot-doots, it's good fun. So... yeah, I turned on the radio. They'd kicked the first two. I was like, and then text message pops up on my screen on my car, and it says, "Geez, the Hawks look on." And I was like, "Oh God, here we go." Never mind that. Never mind that,
false
boys.
dawn.
Tell
Thank
me
you.
about it. Tell me about it. I want to hear.
It happened quick.
It did.
It happened so quickly. Like it felt like they were 2 goals up, and then 7 minutes later it was 6-7 goals to 3, and I'm like, where the hell did that come from? The
Yeah.
energy was just good.
It was.
It was flowing.
It was flowing and just... we've talked about wanting a circuit breaker against the lowlier teams like your West Coast, your North and whatever. But that game yesterday felt truly like a circuit break. We just found that verve. Like, we haven't played like that since, I don't know, ages ago. Like, it felt like the Essendon game a little bit.
year.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like the Essendon game. We just came out of the
Actually,
blocks.
this is a very good call.
And then second and third were a bit of a
bookends.
Yeah, but then the Saints sandwich, I saw someone call
Saints
it.
sandwich, I like that.
Yeah,
Online.
that's good. Yeah,
It's not
the
bad.
Saints sanger. Where do you reckon it stemmed from? Do you reckon it was the
There was more playing on instinct.
Yeah.
I thought it felt like there were so many passages, but there was one coming out of defence where Windy was just zigzagging where the ball was going. Eventually he got it, but it was like players were comfortable getting the ball, not knowing maybe what the next step was going to be.
Oh, yeah.
But in the moment they were able to have that quick smart decision,
Yeah.
And the only times we got caught out was times where we sort of, didn't go that first option.
Yeah.
I think if you really go top line, you say we honoured the first option almost every time in the
True.
first 20
But
minutes.
do you think that's because more people were there for that first
Absolutely.
option and helping
it's
each
It's
other
a mix.
out?
It's
Yeah.
trusting that your mate's going to be there.
Yeah.
There was so many moments last week and in the last 10 weeks, really, where there was no trust.
Yeah.
4 players go up to spoil the ball. No one at ground ball because they don't trust the players going in the
our
air.
forward line entries was
They were much better.
beautiful.
Yeah.
They
So
were
do you think does that
nice
stem from the midfield? Like, was the midfield on fire?
The midfield, I mean, Crouchy led the way. He was
Crouchy.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
But like Ronnie Burns' delivery to Sharman on the
Yeah.
lead was like, that was hot. Like, that was
hot.
unreal.
I haven't
Naz kicking his goal.
Yeah, the one that
Inboard
dribbled out
gets
the
it
back.
back.
Yeah,
Like-
watching the replay, I haven't seen us walk it out of the centre like that since maybe the days of Jack Stephen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, that
there was
was-
some clear
Like
exits.
Sinclair, like off the half back line,
Yeah.
just running through, just get it. You're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and it
Tasty.
like the clearances were, you go back to round 1 to 5 really.
Yeah,
We were so good at like if the ball pinged out, it would go the other way, but we would make sure that we'd win it, and there'd always be a player on the attacking side just waiting across behind where maybe the wall of midfielders from the opposition would be.
Yeah.
So just say Warple and that are here.
Yeah,
There'd
that
be
half
like a
forward dropping
Burnsy
back.
or someone just hovering.
Yeah.
And Rowe would just get it and flick it out over the back, so it basically breaks that zone that's
Yeah.
set.
yeah,
And we haven't been doing that
Yeah.
for a long time.
And just the presentation of the forwards in the air going for it.
That's a big one.
It was just like Caminiti. I thought he was excellent at doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Sharman as well. And Cordy. I thought all of them. Yeah, like you said, Jake. The big boys will go up, and more often than not, didn't get in each other's way. But the end result was that the ball's hitting the deck, and we had Butler on one end, Higgins on the other.
Yeah, and
more often than not,
6 goals, 3 between them, which is great. That's on average 3
and
goals.
It should have been more. Like,
should have been more.
Higgins had so much of the ball.
Hit the post, I think.
Hit the post. One fell short. A couple fell short, I think. But he had so much of the ball, and we know it's a matter of time before he's on target and he's kicking 4 or 5 goals a game. So, and hopefully, that comes in the next week. But what I'd love to see is that Hawks absolutely brought their A game. So credit to Sam Mitchell and the Hawks, because that second and third quarter,
that's them.
He gave him a spray, and I haven't seen a coach give a team a spray in a long time, and I was happy to see it. I was like, you know what? Hopefully that opens people up more to actually doing it, because I think they did react. So they did well to come back in that second and third quarter, but we just didn't drop our heads.
No,
that was the
even
big
in
thing.
The third quarter, like we still had our chances as well.
Yeah,
like we just didn't quite capitalise, and a few silly things resulted in them kicking a goal when it should have been us. So it wasn't like we completely fell away.
And it was mainly Bruce as well. Like that third quarter, he kicked 3, I think, in that third quarter. Or
Career
something.
best game.
Yeah.
Career best game. He did beat Webster comfortably.
Yeah. That was all footy IQ.
He's just very smart.
He's such a smart footballer, and like, God bless Jimmy Webster. He is the perfect player to take a small forward out of the game if that small forward isn't Luke Bruce.
And you wouldn't say Bruce is a small forward.
No, he's not.
He's more
a medium.
One of the better medium forwards to go about it. So, Jimmy, he's been in red hot form, and I still think he did a few good things off the ball. In
a one-on-one contest, if the ball's coming in the air, Jimmy Webster was winning it easy. But if it was, Luke Bruce leading, put on a little bit of body into the air, he's just too good at it. But that's something that, our players can watch. That's something that Jack Higgins needs to watch, because he gets a lot of balls put on his head, and a lot of spoils coming down on top of him. Whereas, like, if you watch a Luke Bruce, he never gets in that situation. He's always on the move.
Yeah, he's a very clean footballer.
Very clean, squeaky clean. But
regardless, the hands. Like, to me, as good as our forward craft was for yesterday, one of the things that just really got me hot under the collar was just when the composure and Nasiah Wangadeen-Miller. He's the king of composure. So, and we've got a lot of cool cats down there. Got Wilkie and obvious, but just the hands, just dishing it out and just working ourselves out of trouble.
Yeah. And how many of those handballs went to the bloody ankles this week?
None. It was so nice. And even Caminiti was involved in a couple of handball chains.
Yeah.
And he managed to get a clean handball out and a run onto goal. So that was so good to see that, you kind of look at him as the litmus test of how well the team's going. If he's down on his luck, if he's down on his confidence and he's making these mistakes, usually the team is. So it's not only just him, it's also the team. But when he's doing those little things like getting his handballs right, kicking well, and making the most of his set shots, usually the team's on as well. So
and another barometer too, when I was seeing Mason Wood get back and take intercept marks,
that's peak.
But then
that's peak.
5
Mason.
minutes later, he's taken a shot at goal. I'm like, that's exactly what Saints footy was in the first 5 weeks. It was Mason Wood gut running in defence, supporting, and then pushing hard the other way. And he did that all day. He was excellent.
He was awesome. There were so many good players. Ryan Marshall got stuck in that first half as well. Really did. Had Meek's number there. Again, Lloyd Meek is just a band mountain, so the hit-outs were going his way. But we were on top of it, and I think that he had another great game, took his opportunity in front of goal too, got that little missed handball. And
that was probably my favourite moment of the first quarter.
What's that one?
When Rose snatched it and then left-footed it.
Yeah, true.
That that was just party time almost.
That was gorgeous. Yeah. And that was right in front of you boys too.
That was right there.
Right in front of me.
Yeah.
It was so good. But I reckon Gresham, that would have been the most scrutiny he's been under in his career.
Yeah.
And I thought when Zachy Jones, poor fella, he can't seem to take a trick.
Yeah.
So I hope it's not too bad for Jonesy. But Gresh dropped to or demoted to sub. I thought he had a really good game.
Yeah.
And
Honest game, yeah.
he had an honest game, and I think he stuck between the flags for most of it.
Yeah.
There was a few, dump kicks. But I think that's just part of the fabric.
Yeah.
A lot of his other work was,
Yeah.
Yeah, he
it was
set
a
up
good.
a couple-
It was a good response. I thought.
Yeah.
He handballed to Higo that time where Higo
Spot
missed,
on.
but that's the one time where you kind of was like, yeah, go for it. He
Yeah.
warranted, he could have gone for that.
Yeah.
So I think he tried to be too unselfish at that point. He'll find the balance.
How was
but-
Higgins's burn of Caminiti in the goal square? I think it was like maybe the last quarter.
Was it?
Yeah, I think that was the chain. I think that may have been when Gresham gave it to.
Oh, yeah,
I
Higo.
think it
Shot.
was actually.
He took
yeah.
a shot.
Give it over the top.
Caminiti's just standing by himself.
Yeah.
How can you miss the bloke? But
Yeah, but that's all right. Caminiti's done it to him too. So
Yeah, He's just like,
Should we take this opportunity to give you boys a couple of treats?
Oh yes, we've got a show
treats.
back.
That I'm wearing it.
Treats.
Reveal it, Jake.
All right.
Reveal it.
Funny story about this too, but I'll reveal it first.
Getting undressed in the studio.
Yeah.
Getting undressed.
Cool, actually.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, Rabid Drinking Club.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, hello. What is this?
I like it.
Who wants the medium?
Oh,
You're
God.
gonna have to keep going, mate.
Yeah, I'll take the medium. I'll do one for the do one for the boy. It's actually quite a big medium. They're oversized, I think. They're oversized. Look at that.
Oh yeah, sweet. Oh,
You're gonna wear that.
yeah, bloody oath. Yeah, it's been a long pre-season. Yeah, that's grouse.
Yeah, so
Look at this.
Yeah.
funny story.
So where are these from?
This is from the Carlton Draft Boys.
Oh yeah.
They sent them across because they posted the initial designs to sell these, but they'd spelt Moorabbin wrong, and I spotted it. So I messaged them. I said, "Is that deliberate or?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Nah, but thank you because now we don't look like idiots."
They
and
don't look like morons.
yeah, and as a thank you, we're going to send you boys some free merch.
Oh, that's nice of
Thanks
them.
to the boys at the Carlton Draft for that.
Yeah,
Thank you
lovely.
very much.
When we
Really
have
enjoying
our
it.
little halftime break, I might change into it.
Quite like
Yeah, I'm going to
the,
do it as well. Yeah.
fabric. It's
Yeah,
quite thick.
Got the
you know?
AS colour, do we?
The AS
yeah.
colour
Nice
ones,
colour.
Yeah.
Moorabbin
is it?
Drinking
Yeah.
Club, yeah.
AS colour heavy, so it's good for winter.
Can't wear these in
Yeah.
the cheer squad though. It's a dry area, so
That's the only. No, this is the only drinking that we can do in the cheer squad.
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, beautiful.
Yeah,
I'll
there
put
you
that
go.
on at half time. Callum Wilkie.
yeah, same.
Just
old.
get
No one talked about it. 15 marks.
Is
Yeah.
it 15?
Yeah,
15.
So I've got the listeners. I've got
He's doing
his Robbo.
You need a hot coffee there.
I've got a cold beer. That's probably close enough on a Monday. But yeah, now, Jerry, I'm just having a look here.
Oh, what, Robbo?
I'll do bring my glasses, Jerry.
Cal Wilkie.
So small. Can't see it. Yeah, Callum Wilkie. Yeah, so he's got 230 metres, Jared. No one's talking about that, are they? So 15 marks. Yeah, well, yeah, good. Glad we've
got your approval.
I'm just trying to see what his intercept marks, 5. That was a game high for the Saints.
Beautiful.
Lovely. So yeah, no, Wilkie was awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks, mate.
yeah, good.
He's just silky. Like the man knows what to
Silky,
do.
yeah.
And Mitch Lewis kept him very quiet,
Yep.
I thought.
Yeah.
And,
Lewis had his chances, but Wilkie did well.
and that's a good thing about being in the cheer squad is that you kind of forget, like, because you're right there.
Yeah.
And you're seeing the forwards and the backs just go about their craft.
Mm-hmm.
And Wilkie's a crafty bugger.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
He's so good.
Just like, even when the ball's at the other end and just the positioning that he does, I'd love to see the man on the dance floor because he
Oh,
never
yeah.
stops moving.
Nah.
Even, they're subtle though, but he just does not stand still.
What move do you reckon would be his go-to?
Oh,
His
I reckon
signature?
he would easily be like...
Bit of the John Travolta Saturday Night Fever?
Yeah, maybe. No, I think he'd be a little bit more frisky than that. So like
More
a bit of
frisky than John Travolta.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like
yeah.
I reckon he'd be like sort of like there's this
MJ.
nah. There's like this one bloke in Footloose when they all just like come together at the school dance and he's doing the electric. You know, the
electric
the electric like rubber man. I reckon Wilkie could do a rubber man.
Oh,
We'll have to
okay.
ask him if
Well,
we
I was
can.
going to say I'll ask because we had a funny interview
in
down in the
rooms.
rooms as well. When I was doing the fan cams, I spotted a face and I was like, I know that face. Turns out Callum Wilkie's partner Izzy is a regular at the coffee joint I work at a couple of days a week. So Izzy, they've been together for 10 years. It turns out.
Oh.
So I've been giving her heaps of coffees and not realising that she's Saints royalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. She's the queen.
She is the queen and the king. So she's copping a free coffee on Thursday when I'm back in there. But I'll have to ask her if he's a good dancer.
Yeah,
We'll let the fans know.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
Should we jump into some fan mail? Is it? You reckon it's time, boys?
Nearly. I think we just need to have a quick chat again about Brad Crouch.
Yeah, Crouchy.
Yeah. Got the
That
medal.
was because last week, I don't want to send up a smoke up the chimney, but we were talking about how if he transformed those missed options or just not quite
true.
sinking the goals, then if he's turned 30 touches into 2-3 goals, that's that explosive goal kicking mid we've been looking for.
Oh,
Yeah.
especially that. Oh, the first one was brilliant. The little
It was just
inside
clever.
out,
It was
just
just
clever,
clever.
just clean.
Yeah.
But the sidestep in the
Yeah.
last quarter, just
Oh,
like
that was nice.
stuff
Crouch
this.
or
I'm
Lenny?
taking this on. He just backed himself. You don't.
Full of confidence.
Full of confidence it was. Everyone had that. It was great.
Yeah, because he kind of had like the 3 goals are all different. Like, didn't he have a set? Did he have a set shot goal, or did he miss that one?
No, I think you missed that one.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. He would not.
He could have had 4.
Near complete. But the running, the side step and just running straight at
Yeah.
it. The other one just a snap, and then the other one the outside of the boot.
Yep.
Just 3. Yeah, it was
Maybe
clever goals.
Maybe he's one of those ones when he lines up a goal, he just needs to get on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just needs to get on with it, put it through, and then go back.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to. So he doesn't overthink it.
Yeah.
And not go through a complete.
'Cause a lot of his
routine.
goals last year, even some big goals, they were tight angles, but on the
run
run
from
and
50.
under pressure.
Yeah.
So he must like it when he doesn't have to think too much about it.
I want
which
to
is
see.
good.
I want to see Crouchy whip out a Milne special where he's lining up and sells the candy and plays on.
Oh,
You don't
that'd be yummy.
Yeah.
You don't see that often.
I mean, the last
enough.
time we probably saw that was Ben Long's first goal. Remember that?
Yeah, against Gold
Against
Coast.
Yeah.
GWS.
Oh, GWS,
Draw.
sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, the big
and he
boon
played
on,
on and then he
Yeah.
snapped it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's still the biggest snap I've seen. I
That was
reckon.
massive.
Yeah, it was huge.
That was
He really
huge.
hit the roof.
Alrighty, boys. Oh, and also Jackie Steele, 12 tackles, game high.
Yeah,
awesome
great to
stuff.
see him playing that
Nasaya,
top footy.
33 touches, game high. Awesome stuff. And kicked a goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Robbo, sorry.
I'm sorry, Jared, but I'm just having a look here, and it was actually 12. It was 12 tackles to steal.
I said 12 tackles, didn't
You
I?
said 10.
Oh, did I say 10?
Yeah,
No,
that's
you said
okay.
12.
No, I think I said 12.
No, 100% you said 10.
No,
Alright,
he
we'll
said
go back
it's
and have
all
a look at that
recorded
at
there. But
halftime,
anyways,
but-
that's fine.
I think we're done. Play the music, please.
Yep, Jakey's junk mail coming up.
Jakey's junk mail. Jakey's junk mail. Jakey's junk mail. Jakey's junk mail.
Y'all ready for the rudeness, tootness time?
Playing dress up,
So-
too.
My
Yeah.
name's Woody.
My name's Woody. Bob Diddley Howdy. So, yeah, for the listeners that obviously can't see, I'm wearing a cowboy hat that I found in the kitchen of the recording studio here. So I went down to the saloon and got myself a nice cold ale.
And I can't believe that I just got wrecked at the 12.
Yeah,
I swear I heard you
Yeah,
say
you
10.
wrecked yourself there.
yeah,
But you got
Yeah.
to check yourself too, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
yeah. Well, we've all had a costume change now, so.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
cheers.
Yes, cheers.
It's now
Yeah,
officially
delicious.
the Moorabbin Drinking Club, eh?
Yeah.
Drinking club.
And I feel left out.
Yeah, where's your tinny?
Yeah, I got this bad boy here,
That
mate.
is tin. There you go.
He does have a tinny. He's the only one who's got a tinny.
Yeah, that's it.
There we go.
All right, this one's from Josh.
Howdy.
Two-parter. Number one. Don't know how many of the cheer squad are thanks to the podcast, but how bloody good was the atmosphere behind the goals? Best all year. So just
Oh,
a quick
yeah.
note there. So thanks, mate, for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Number two. Is there a Toyota currently being put together in a warehouse somewhere which is reserved for the one and only Cooper Sharman?
Definitely.
He's got to be bringing that
Oh.
home soon.
Yeah, there's a factory in Japan
Do you reckon he's got
that
it-
just
he's-
has a Cooper Sharman mobile getting built.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, he's just launching.
Yeah.
And, oh,
Well, is he okay? Do we know yet?
well, Ross reckons he's pinged a hammy.
Possible hammy.
God, all right.
But if we've
well,
got Kingy and Skunk ready to go,
yeah.
and hopefully Hammer gets off his 1 week, then we're okay.
Yeah.
You'd hope. This one's from Bill. Question for the pod. Rank the 4 remaining games in terms of importance to win for making finals, from most important to win to least important. Honestly, I mean, to me, least important
It should be
is
Brizzy.
round 24.
Yeah.
Because I want to know by then what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
So to me, it's basically most important is this week.
This week, yeah, definitely.
I think it just goes backwards, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Every week. I think it's this, Richmond, because they're the 2 most winnable,
Yeah.
and then Geelong. I mean, take that thing off.
I can't do it.
Yeah, just be every week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was good to go back to back for the first time since round 4.
Yep, that's a nice
true.
change.
Yeah.
And have so we obviously won. Yeah. So it'd be nice to get 3 in a row. Let's just go on a roll, please.
If we peak at the right time, bloody hell, Ross is a genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, we didn't talk about it, but 19 goals, 8, brilliant kicking.
Oh, so nice.
First
Yeah.
time we've kicked, I think that was our highest score for the season,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
This one's from Ben. Hey, boys, just wanted to say how great it was for the Saints cheer squad to be so much louder than the opposition. Sounded great on the TV, particularly hearing the Mason Wood chant reverberating around the
How
stadium.
good is it?
Yeah.
How
That's
good
the
is it?
best one.
Yeah, that's it. And like for the people out there saying, "Oh, it's too Collingwood," well, duh. That's the
That's
irony.
the point.
That's the
It's actually
point.
pissing Collingwood fans off.
And
Like, that's the
yeah,
point.
like Collingwood, 100,000 collective brains. That's the only chant they can come up with is saying their own team's name. That's it. Slowly. We just got that for Mason. We got a whole gang of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. This one's from Robert. Hey, lads, I have a question for you, show. It was a good game to watch yesterday and see the players believe in themselves and kind of believe in each other's reliability to play more as a consolidated team to kick more goals. Is that contributed to what seemed the moving and swapping around roles, particularly with Mitchie, Rowe and Caminiti being more structured rather than ad hoc? It seemed this let the likes of Burns, Billings, Crouch, Philippou getting their wings out, filling gaps to bring fluid ball movement back to Saints footy.
Yeah, definitely.
I
It
think
doesn't
that
matter
does
who
help.
kicks them. And that's what
Yeah.
we've got to focus on, especially, and this is where we can't get sucked in over the next couple of weeks when we start to get King and Membry back. We can't get sucked in to trying to put the ball down their throat every single time. Every player is out there and has, we're lucky in this sport, it's not netball. There's not only 2 players out there that can kick goals. Everyone can kick goals. So
Yeah.
even to see Naz get one on the board, I know it was a lucky one, but him getting one on the board, Crouch getting 3 goals from a midfielder is unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we need something like that every
yeah,
week.
and then you can expect Steely to maybe pop up for one next week as well. So as long as people
Yeah.
keep contributing to that scoreboard, the better off we'll be.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Chad says, with the newfound friendship with Eric Banner, interested to see which of the many characters of Eric Banner you'd be. He's listed who he thinks. So he goes, Joycey, Peter, Full Frontal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably right. Marshy, Chopper Reed.
Yeah, so
And
I've got
Jake
that.
Avner from Munich. Mate, have you seen the sex scene in Munich, though? So, yeah, I'll accept that. It's about 7 minutes long. Cheers for that, Chatty.
No, you're the Italian. What is it, Italian gladiator or whatever it was?
Oh, Troy.
I'm not
yeah,
Troy.
Italian
He
Troy.
dies, mate. I'm not taking that. I'm going Avner every day of the
Have I
week.
seen you in that bottle?
Hey, Avner, he's a legend. He's a hero. Yeah, beautiful. This one coming up is a big one because we haven't heard from this man in a long time, but he is alive.
Oh, hey, Tim.
He's back.
Oh, my
He
gosh,
saw
Tim
what
from
Joycey
Norway.
did last week and he thought, nah, I'm rising back from the dead, mate.
Yeah, good. I'm glad I lit a fire
No
up
more
his ass
Joyce.
because he's been
more-
lazy.
No more,
Whatever's happening in Norway better be hectic because
no more
you've
Joycey.
disappeared since we've started playing crap. So we need you back, please.
All right, we ready? Yeah. All right, I'll put it full steam ahead here.
G'day boys, it's Tim in Norway, back from the grave with a new poem. Our season on the line this week, we had to dig deep. But how does an individual access the hidden strength he has to keep? The last few weeks, too many disparate players not playing as a team. Different desperate fellas clawing on to that September dream. So maybe this week, maybe their motivation was a shared hallucination, acknowledging the frustration of another capitulation. In other words, Maybe the thought going through the mind of each of the 22 men was, oh God, imagine how bad it would feel if we lost this one again. Thanks for your kind words last week, fellas. Loved the show. And I think good on Joyce for giving it a crack last week.
Giving it a crack. On your champ.
Bye for now.
I just got jammed. I just got jammed, didn't I? For giving it a crack. Oh my gosh.
That was tight. That was tight from Tim.
That was
It's
good.
always tight from Tight Timmy.
Tight Timmy. Tight Timmy.
High school nickname.
Yeah, that was excellent. Good to have him back.
Yeah,
Good to
thanks,
see he's
Tim.
in good spirits, mate. We
He's
love
getting a
him.
bit 8 Mile there with,
He
with some of the
was, yeah. Give us
bars.
yourself.
I want to
yeah.
take a few of those and add some beats to it. We could.
Yeah.
Oh, we could beat him
He's
up.
definitely whipped out the thesaurus for that one. Yeah.
The fact that he's just
gotta go
walking down
hard.
the street and just rolls that off. Just
Yeah,
amazes
he's not
me.
even looking at like.
Doesn't like hesitate.
Yeah, we saw
or-
you had your cue
I
cards.
had my cue cards. I needed cue cards.
He's got his
Absolutely, I did.
teleprompter out there. Yeah.
If it doesn't have a tune behind it, I'm not going to remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last junk mail. I thought I'd leave Timmy to last.
Well done,
Yeah,
Timmy.
nice. Good to
There's
have
a
you
lot
back.
more
Thanks,
that have been
Tim.
sent in, but a lot of them are just a lot of kind words about the cheer squad yesterday and Marshy's work and everyone that came and
Yep.
brought the energy. So
Yeah,
thanks
good.
everyone for
Yeah,
sending those
big
in.
raps.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks to Lisa. Thanks to everyone there.
Absolutely.
Apparently, they got a phone call from one of the guys in the Hawthorn cheer squad after the game saying, "Where's that been all year?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
no, it's good to hear.
Actually,
there was
there is one
bit
more.
of respect from. We earned some respect from an opposition cheer squad, which is good.
Yeah.
Nice.
There is one more question.
Okay.
Last minute one. He's sent it in a few minutes ago, so
Oh, okay, there we go.
I can't ignore Brandon.
Yeah.
Give him a shout out here. Hopefully it's not a late submission for Jakey's jump. Well, it's pretty late, mate.
Yeah.
But we'll chuck
Not
it in
late
there.
enough, yeah.
It's not late enough. Get better. To the three legends with the massive month we got ahead. This has round 15 to 18 feels of last year under Rats to determine our season where we failed. What needs to be done to ensure there is no repeat of that happening this time around?
I think it's upstairs.
I was going to say it's confidence, it's mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
More than
definitely
anything.
upstairs. So it's good to get a couple of wins on the board after having a couple of losses in a row. And you talk about circuit breakers. I reckon the North game was the circuit breaker. The last quarter of
Yeah.
the North game was the circuit breaker because we came out with that enthusiasm in the first quarter this week and played with it again in the last quarter of this week. So hopefully we can translate that to Carlton because Carlton are in a state now where no one's challenged them. No one's come out real hard and gone, nah, we're kicking the first few. We're going to try and bury you because they've been that team.
Yeah.
They've turned into that team this season over these past couple of weeks of a bit of form. We love getting a win over Carlton. So
And it's always in these very similar circumstances where they're not in bad form.
yeah,
And we're the
they're in
underdog.
great form,
I think
yeah.
every time we play them and we win, we are always the underdog.
Yeah.
yeah. Always.
I don't think we're ever favourites.
Correct.
Even
yeah.
last time we were start of the year, what were we 4-1? And
Yeah,
I think
and
they were
Carlton
still
were the favourites.
favourites, and
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
in kind of iffy form. It's like funny.
Yeah. So
Massive game.
yeah, and we've just got such a great matchup, I think, with them. So
Yeah, Kerno, can we just go straight to that?
let's
16
knock on-
goals
yeah.
in 2 weeks. What do we do there?
That's awesome form. And especially kicking 6 against
Darcy Moore.
the best defender in the league. But Darcy Moore isn't the type to go with Kerno. Wilkie is. Wilkie hassles. Moore is more interested in winning the contest rather than winning the mind game. Whereas Wilkie wants to win the mind game.
He wants to tango.
He wants to, yeah, spot on. Well said. He wants to tango. He wants to dance him. He wants to waltz
to do a bit of
around
this.
and to get
Pink
the electric
flamingo.
boogaloo going or whatever.
Bit of cha-cha-cha.
Kill that cha cha cha. So, yeah, I reckon Wilkie is the perfect bloke for him, and
Yeah.
Wilkie gets to focus on him because still no Mackay. Mackay's out for the game. Still no Walsh, no Chera anymore. But
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
out.
so he's not going to get that really, really class feed. It's going to be messy ball. And Wilkie can read a messy ball like no other.
And you just got to be disciplined because, like, he did kick 6 last week, but I was listening on Triple M.
There's a
and
lot of frees.
The last 3, I think, were free kicks.
Yeah, correct.
So he's kicked 3, maybe, I don't know, earlier in the game if they're only from free kicks, but
Yeah.
we know that the umps look for that sort of stuff, especially with Kerno.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
So,
and I mean, credit to him. He puts himself in that position where he asks the question. That's what we would want Max King to do.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And he's back this week, so, I mean, we go down the other end.
Yeah.
If we get Kingy and Membry back, even Jack Hayes, do you reckon he's a sniff or nah?
I think that's probably
One more week.
Yeah, coming in too hot, I suppose.
Yeah, too many changes. But as I said before, we can't be focused on Membry and King. That would be to our detriment.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind coming off the ground with a win and Kingy's kicked one and Membry's scoreless. Like, I just want to come off the ground with a win and we've kicked an accumulation of goals rather than, we've all been dying for the day that Maxi kicks 10 and, kicks 8 and 6 and 5.
I've personally been frothing for the day when we get to see King, Membry and Caminiti. I'd love to see what Caminiti can do as that third.
Just quickly on Caminiti, he did get handed a one-match ban by the AFL.
Be challenged.
They'll challenge it. They'll definitely challenge it. Because I saw the vision. He poked him in the ear.
The only thing that I would say that hurts him is the fact that he's already been reported for striking this year.
Yeah, correct.
And they'll look at that.
That shouldn't matter.
We were behind the goals. The Hawks, they were getting into him big time. The umps had to go up to whoever was on him and tell him like a few times, calm down.
Yeah.
Like the ball would be 200 metres down the other end and he's fully like punching him in the back. And he knows that Caminiti's got that in him.
Yes.
To turn and retaliate.
And also James Sicily was putting on such a show almost to the point that it was 50.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to tackle him and get him to ground.
Yeah.
So it should have almost been 50. So the first one was that he got knocked by his bicep and made a big show about it, like, I've been elbowed. And then, obviously, Caminiti's not meaning to hit him in the head, probably trying to get him on the shoulder or in the chest and just get him off.
You love that mongrel, though. Like, I loved the energy of Caminiti. He was angry all day. I loved that.
Yeah, spot on. And what I loved is he went off to the bench and he looked shaken again because he doesn't like it. He doesn't like doing it because he feels guilty. He's a good kid. He'll learn to like it, I think. Yeah. As he realises he's the big boy, because we saw him in the rooms. He's a big boy.
Size 17 boots.
Size 17 boots.
Because
unbelievable. What's Kingy? Is Kingy bigger than that?
I'm not sure.
I reckon the same size.
Same size? Yeah, wow.
Because Andrew from the Angels was telling us he did like a bit of a chat, like an on the couch thingo. And Caminiti was there and they got him some silly socks as a thank you for coming on. And she thought the 11 to 16 will cut the mustard. She had to order a size 17.
That is crazy.
That's massive.
Crazy.
That's like two of my feet.
That's a hoof.
That is a hoof.
Yeah. True. Yeah, that's nuts.
We know the midfield battle's always big when we play the Blues.
Yeah, Steely loves
Steely
going
the Cripper.
Rips and
it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, and they'll have some bigger bodies in there. So they'll have...
is Hewitt, he goes through there, doesn't he?
Hewitt goes through there, and now Kennedy will probably get thrown into the fray as well because Chera's going to be out. So
who's their ruck? Their dedicated ruck?
Pitney.
He's still playing, yeah?
Yeah, so...
okay.
He'll... I don't doubt that Marshall will do the job on Pitney.
And De Koning, he's down back now, isn't he?
Correct, yeah. Oh, no,
he floats.
He floats
Do you
around.
reckon we're getting stuck into him?
For signing on?
Yeah, for signing on.
Yeah, you reckon?
I don't know. He must have been pretty close to coming to the Saints if you're hearing the whispers.
Yeah, true.
So, I
mean, but it's done now, so.
But it doesn't mean you can't just give him a little bit of curry.
Yeah.
We're not good enough for you, mate. All right, that's how it's going to be. We're going to go easy on you.
Yeah.
Not today.
But yeah, I think the midfield battle is going to be great. We got the upper hand last time. And then, you look at our forward line and their back line. Wiedering, he'll take, if King's playing, he'll take King. If King's not playing, he'll take Caminiti. And Sharman being out is a big loss for someone like Wiedering hanging around because he's in great intercept marking form as well.
But if, say, hypothetically, Sharman was fit and King and Membry were still available with Owens and Caminiti already in the team, can you play all of them, or would Sharman have been probably demoted to the sub anyway?
Oh, no, Sharman's your first there. I reckon Caminiti's having a rest.
Do you reckon Caminiti's the sub?
I don't reckon sub. I reckon he'd just be having a rest. Yeah, because he got away with it a couple of times.
I love that Ross mentioned that in the presser
against North.
Was it during the week? And he said, Hammond knew that if these guys were available, he wouldn't have played this game.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, exactly.
But he played well, so he responded.
Correct. Yeah. And you know what? Might be good timing. So hopefully
Fresh
Sharman's
him
all
up.
right, but we'll see what he's done.
Yeah, I think ironically, Hammer was suspended the game that we played Carlton last
Yeah.
time. He missed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was
There you
Collingwood.
go.
It's the exact same
Oh,
scenario.
bugger. Hopefully he's not going to have one of those things where he never comes up against
and
his
we
old
had
club.
Membry return, and we won.
Yes, that's right.
So it's almost happening exactly the same.
Same again, yeah,
And
that's
Walsh,
crazy.
I think, was returning that week,
Yeah.
and he's missing this one.
Yeah, he's
and
missing. He's
Chera.
out.
So
And Chera.
There's
Yeah.
some weird parallels going on there,
something.
and no Kingy that day, and we won.
Yes, correct.
So
Yeah.
the omens are there. Just saying.
Yeah.
That's it. And what else could prove to be a masterstroke is by the decision to rest Membry, give him
An extra
a
week.
mini pre-season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he can come in and just play,
Yeah.
and just feel good about himself, then bloody oath, that is such a
game changer.
weapon.
Yeah.
It is. It really is.
Because-
Well, we didn't touch on him. I know we missed a few players throughout the Hawks game, but Billings, there's a link player,
Excellent.
is so good. He's just got those steady hands. He's one of the smaller forwards that can take an overhead mark. And also, I think we forgot to mention Butler.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I think, yeah.
Oh, we mentioned the sign, but
yeah, just
4 goals. He was sexy. That's the best game of football I've seen Butler play.
100%.
That was amazing.
'Cause-
So he was my second best on ground.
Yeah, for
Crouch,
sure.
Butler, Sharman for me. I reckon they were.
I had Crouch, Butler, and
Naz.
Naz.
Naz, yeah, fair call.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Butler, it was good because we've been a bit. I know I've been a little bit frustrated with the last couple of shifts that he's put in. But yeah, great to see him just. Yeah, career best game,
Yeah.
you could argue, for us. So
I remember
awesome
we were
to
sitting
see.
together in the cheer squad, and then you're like, oh, geez, look at Butler. 40-metre sprint
Yeah.
to put on a bit of pressure on James Sicily. Turnover, goal.
Yeah.
That was
It was
a
unreal.
huge moment.
He's
So,
you're gonna have to bring it again.
yep.
'Cause-
Going to have to bring it again,
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
Carlton hate the small forwards coming at them.
Yeah.
They really shit their pants when teams apply that defensive heat, and that's how we got them the first time.
Yeah.
And they
was
hate
that-
Membry.
They hate
They
They
Membry.
hate
really
Membry, yeah.
hate the fact that he's a chance.
Yeah.
They always think
The
you know,
Carlton boys a little
yeah,
bit
like
scared.
talking to Terry.
Yeah. He always gets the best of
on
them.
the
Yeah.
weekend. Terry's like, when we think Membry, his name is 3 goals.
Yes,
we call
yeah.
him. He said we call him 3 goal Membry or something.
There you go.
I was
Yeah,
like,
because
guaranteed.
until they had Liam Jones playing good football, remember he used to tear him up.
Always 5
Always tore him
goals.
up, yeah.
Always.
And you can never keep Membry quiet. He
No.
will have a moment that's big. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And how frothing is he going to be? Because
Oh, he's ready.
that man, he's not built for Sandy.
Nah.
He's not built for Sandy, so he hasn't quite had the impact down there. We've spoken about before. It's hard to do at that level in his
Yeah.
position. But give him under the roof against his bunnies.
With
Oi.
Messiah feeding him some ball.
Yeah, with
So-
that.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is probably like for a lot of the players, this will be, this is round 21 we're talking now. It's weird when you think about it. This is
Yeah.
round 21.
This season has really crept up.
It's
You're
crept
like,
up.
jeepers.
This is like we talk about crunch time in round 10, 11. This is genuinely make or break crunch time.
Yeah.
And Membry's coming in. He's never played late like this late in a season where everything is on the line as much as this. Do you know what I mean? Because we've been well out of the finals contention
Because
in other years that he's played for us.
You could argue nearly all of our blokes, out of all of them, Membry would probably be the one that be stinging for success so hard because,
Well, he's been there.
he could have been at Sydney. Like,
Yeah.
sliding doors, he could have stayed in Sydney. But he came to the Saints, and we know the history there. So, and he's been such a warrior for us. So I really want to see him just get some just desserts.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
What are our predictions?
I don't think we've done
Yeah,
predictions
we don't.
this year.
Let's stuff it.
Nah, we don't do
Nah,
predictions
no
this year.
predictions. What do we want to see?
I want to see Stocker have a ripping game again
I
against
liked
his old
his
club.
return.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
good.
good return from
Yeah.
Stocker.
Kicking, very good kicking.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
Just
of
the raking. They had
lot-
purpose, didn't they?
They did
when
have
kicked?
purpose, but a lot of his kicks were also 15, 20 metre kicks, just getting the play on,
Yeah.
So we always know he's the designated big kicker. So drop punt 55, 60 metres. That's his job. But that wasn't our credo on the weekend. It was hitting your targets, getting that run and flow. So and he fits so well into that as well. So I think that's where you look at you compare him with the Macho Man. Ooh yeah, he's not even listening. He's reading. I just
Is he
brought up the
sleeping
Macho
or-
Man. And
Huh?
Yeah,
No, sorry, I was just going to message.
I was comparing Stocker to the Macho Man, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And then,
Sorry.
Yeah, but that's where I think that he's a bit more better at the 15, 20 metre kicks than Macho was.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that, Macho had his number for the long kicking goals, but those 15, 20 metre kicks, geez.
I can't wait to see Stocker launch one from 55.
Oh, yeah.
This could be the
we
game,
know
too.
he's got it.
This
And-
could be the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Oh, yeah, against his old mob.
Yeah.
And just a quick sidestep to Marcus Windhager. I love some of his long kicks out of the back line.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just, we're talking about these kicks to purpose to space. He did a number of them where you just like,
There were 3 or 4 he did.
oh,
yeah.
you're just like, wow, that's a really penetrating 50-metre dart.
Yes.
And it breaks the zone, doesn't it?
Exactly right.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
Overtakes any defence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I would-
kicking is good football.
Yeah, he's definitely got more skill than I think I've given him for. He's
Yeah.
I guess you don't show it, like, because he's been in the middle, it's
Yeah.
very much quick hands.
yes,
Yeah.
You know, in congestion.
distribute.
And Filippo too,
Yeah.
in a different way. You know, he's
Yeah,
going up for
he-
big marks. He's always, it's always play on and 4 blokes are around him. He doesn't have that moment of space to show that flair that he's got.
Yeah.
But off halfback with Windy, he's in space.
Yeah.
He gets the
definitely.
ball running. He can kick. He can do whatever he wants.
I'm loving what we're doing for the development of some of
It's-
our players.
it's excellent.
Yeah,
It's great to watch.
It's really going to set us up well for the future. It's
Yeah.
so exciting at the moment. I don't think I've been this excited about a young crop of youngsters since we're talking about the Rewalt Cozzy days.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that
every
that golden
I think
era.
Every
Yeah.
Saints fan would agree.
Yeah.
Well, no
Yeah.
one's come close to a rising star the way that Owens has.
Yeah.
And he'll
Yeah.
come bloody close. So, he'll finish, I reckon, second or third. People are saying, if he has a good last few weeks, he might pinch
might
it.
pinch it.
But, yeah, he's starting to get a lot of attention now from opposition. So, but seeing him ruck rover on the weekend,
And that,
yum.
that was something that obviously we didn't get to share the Jack Steele interview, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Can you tell us?
I did
yeah.
ask him about Owens and
Yeah.
like what's the difference, like what's the shift in the midfield when Owens is in there versus Rowe.
Yeah.
And I loved his answer because he's like, you just know that if he doesn't win the tap, he's not letting it come out. And he said that just makes all the rest of the Saints midfielders that are there with him, they're more proactive and aggressive, he said.
they're
He's like,
just
we just
alert.
feel like we can hunt more
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
Owens there because we're safe to, because we know that he's not going to let the ball come out.
Yeah.
True.
And
He's
I
a
love
ball of
that
energy.
because we feel that, but even hearing Steely say that just
Yeah.
gives us so much confidence that when he's
Definitely.
there.
And hunt, that's a great word because
Yeah.
when we're up and about, we're hunting the player.
Yeah.
We're hunting the footy. And that's exactly what we did yesterday.
Yeah, spot on.
And just force the turnovers and just force the opposition into silly mistakes they wouldn't make otherwise. And that's when we're peak Saints. That's peak Saints footy.
Yes, correct.
And we haven't spoken about him tonight, but just a quick shout out to Hunter Clark.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he
well
was
done.
smooth, and he's slowly building back into
That
you
goal
know.
was delicious.
That was
It
very
was.
nice.
Yeah.
Just
That was
running
so
in.
good.
That was
Yeah.
Hunter Shark. Yeah.
Hunter
Yeah.
Shark.
Yeah, that was the good stuff.
Big one,
Alrighty,
boys.
boys.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, and I was going to say, we tried to get that Steely interview up and running. Unfortunately, we had some audio troubles.
We'll get him
Don't
again,
worry.
don't worry.
It's not on my back this time, but
Yeah.
we'll try and get him again down in the rooms because he had a lot of good things to say. He was a lovely character, and this weekend, 3:20.
3:20
Sunday.
Sunday.
Get your tickets.
Get
in
your
any way
tickets.
you
Get your
can.
tickets early. Get your
Yep.
tickets now. Get your dollar memberships going.
Yep.
Because you need to get onto your tickets because it's going to sell out.
The
It's
link-
going to be huge.
The link is in the Saints TV Insta stories at the moment, and it'll be in the link to this podcast, hopefully in the description.
Yeah.
So make
Yeah.
sure you click it, sign up, pay $1, and you're there.
Yeah, spot on. Without further ado, got a bit of maybe a bit of Marshy.
Just a quick one. Just a quick minute.
minute.
Yeah,
Just a quick minute.
Yeah, I got a quick minute.
Do you want the cowboy hat for it?
Yeah, no, cowboy hat. Sorry. Do I get my song?
Oh, I haven't queued
Nah,
it
he
up.
hasn't
So,
queued it,
yeah.
mate.
All right, here we go.
Because we never know when you're going to do a minute. So.
yeah.
I do it every week, basically.
You don't.
I do. I reckon.
I don't reckon. This is like you saying that he said 10. So
Yeah, fair cop, fair enough. All right, yeah, I don't get it right all the time. Fair enough. I understand that. A bit of a somber minute, to be honest. We, after platform, had a good chat with some legends, and one of those legends, Matty Jones, he's a fella who comes from Canberra. Most games comes down, watches the Saints, and
Brilliant.
he was talking about. Unfortunately, there was the chopper crash with the army, with the four blokes,
yeah.
bad business the north of Queensland, and one of his best mates, Captain Dan Lyon, we lost a good sainter. So he was a friend of the podcast, and he was a lovely father, great husband, and all of that. And it just makes you, I guess, sort of sit back and think that, you know, I imagine being in the army perhaps could be a bit of a thankless kind of position, you know, because you think army, like, wars and stuff. But, you know, it's the biggest peacetime disaster or tragedy in 20 years. So they're risking their lives for, you know, the security for us to be able to come here and just talk Saints footy. So Captain Daniel Lyon, and salute you, mate.
Yeah,
and
cheers.
To the family.
To the fam.
It's shit, and hope. Wish you nothing but the best of luck going forward, because that's more bad luck than anyone should have to go through.
Definitely. So black armbands on this weekend. I'm sure the club will know, but there should be something to do with that before the game. But all the best to the family. That's dreadful news for everyone that was involved. But I think we'll end the show there. We'll brighten the mood a little bit.
Yep.
I've got a bit of a joke for you.
Yep. Nice one. This one's for Dan.
This one's for Dan.
Yep.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Owen.
Owen who?
Hey.
Up the Saints.
When the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.